All right, Grant. So, welcome to the podcast. This is the Furniture Store Owners Podcast for everyone that's tuning in. This is the first episode. I'm Sam, your host, and this is Grant Everidge, who's the owner of Everidge Furniture.
With my wife, Nancy.
With your wife, Nancy. So, Grant, how about you go ahead and introduce yourself for all the listeners who don't know you, who don't know your store? Can you just give us a quick version of who you are, where you're located, and what kind of furniture business you kind of run?
Well, my dad started in Brady, Texas in 1937 in a five and dime store. I don't know, some people don't even know what a five and dime store is, but it's just a variety store that there's no more anymore. I guess the Dollar General would be the closest thing to it. And then he went off to war, World War II. Then in 1952, he bought the corner building on our current block from General Earl Rudder, who was a Brady native and D-Day hero, Earl Rudder. And that he sold appliances, General Electric appliances. So that's what, in 1952, the year I was born, that's what we did. We sold appliances. So in the 60s, we added recliner to our appliance store. We just had an appliance store, appliances everywhere. But in the walkway or the aisle going to the back of the store, the office, we started lining up recliners in the aisle. And that's how we started in the furniture business, with recliners.
With recliners.
Yeah, it's easy and simple, and that's where the money is furniture. I mean, but appliances is nice because everybody might not need a recliner or a sofa, or they can sit on their recliner with a hole in it, or it doesn't recline, they can still sit on it. But when you have a refrigerator that's out, you got to get your refrigerator. It might not be from you, but you have to replace your refrigerator. So appliances that's kind of a necessity. And so it works, in my view, works great to have appliances as well as furniture. But appliances is where you make the money. Less headaches. Appliances are headaches, but it's constant traffic. So if you don't sell a recliner or a mattress or a sofa, you're going to sell a stove or washer or refrigerator. Keep that cash flow going.
So you guys started essentially with all sorts of different items, and then
appliances. Yeah, that's what we started.
And then you introduced recliners first in the 1960s.
Yeah, and then his bedroom suits is a company called Oklahoma Furniture, and then Woodward Furniture, and then Oklahoma was pretty much all plastic, just ugly. Oh my gosh, it was ugly and ornate, and has very much a Mexican appeal, very ornate. But we sold it, by the truckload, and then we got into mattresses, and now we sell Lazy Boy, Ashley, chair, home stretch, you name it. We sell a little of a lot of things.
Nice. So you guys, originally appliances, got into some furniture, started out with recliners, and this is all in the same store?
Yeah, the original store was 90 by, I'm going to say 25. But it encompasses that. So every year by year, decade, whatever, we bought the whole block. There were probably, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 7 stores in that whole block. And over the years, we bought each one of them as they went out of business or closed down. And then
you guys just like that block?
Yeah. And then across the alley behind us, we bought the buildings behind us. So yeah, it took probably by late 70s, we had the whole block bought.
So you guys kept on expanding, and by the late 70s, so that's about 20 years from going to recliners to having a whole entire block full of, I assume you guys got into the mattresses and beds as well by then?
Yeah, lamps, pictures, rugs. We even sold carpet at one time. We got out of that. That was interesting.
So you guys kind of do a whole lot, because I've noticed when I look on your website, I look on your Google profile, you have a lot of different accessories as well that you guys do that, from my point of view, stands out for your furniture store.
Yeah, plus I actually make furniture. We had one of our warehouses is condemned, and storm tore the roof off, and long story short, it was built in the 1900s, and it had a bunch of old valuable lumber in it, and I'm using that to build sofa tables and coffee tables and dining tables. I'm kind of a one-trick pony. I can do tables. That's about it.
So you really,
But they're pretty cool looking.
yeah, custom made tables out of lumber you've, yeah,
Yeah.
salvaged. Oh, so I mean, you've had a lot of experience now. I mean, this is 70 years going on, or 60 years, right?
Well, for me, I full time in 74. That's when I graduated college.
Okay. So you started on in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yep.
And when I graduated from college at probably 22 years old, 23 years old. But I was doing deliveries when I was 13, you know.
Wow. That's pretty young to do some deliveries with how heavy this furniture is.
And that's what you
And
do in the family store. You do what you got to do.
yeah, yeah, seriously. So then how long did it take you before you realized this was your passion?
I've always wanted, when I went off to college, I've got three siblings, brother and two sisters. One of my sisters had passed away, but I was the only one of the four that wanted to come back to the store. I was it. And when I was a sophomore, my brother, who's 5 years older than me, pretty much had graduated from college, and my dad had a heart attack. And so he came back to the store to run the store. Well, he got on his feet and he never left. He was a wildlife biologist and had his degree. And geez, he was going to be a park ranger. And he went up to Alaska to be a park ranger. And that's what he studied in the off season and had jobs up there. And that was his passion. But when dad had a heart attack, he came back and for the family, and he never left. And he said he was never coming back. He was going to be a park ranger. And then my other sister was a school teacher. She said she was never coming back. That was Mary. And then she taught school for 1 year. I was the baby of the family. She taught school for 1 year and hated it. She came back. And then my sister Susan, she got married and got a divorce after say 6 or 8 years, and she came back. So hey, we're all back. And so we were a good group together. I mean, family is a love-hate relationship with family. So sometimes you love them, sometimes you hate them, and but it's all good. And because of the four of us working together with my dad, we were go-getters, and that's why we expanded, because everybody did their own thing. We didn't compete against each other. Everybody did their own thing, and it just worked.
Yeah. But then you kind of over the years have taken over the furniture
Over
business.
the years, they've taken over the furniture. One of my sister Mary, she was my main furniture person. She got married, and her husband was with the business for a long time, but it just didn't. He had other. He wanted to do his own thing, so they eventually left, and so we bought them out. And then I bought my sister Susan out after so many years, and probably I'm going to say 7 years ago I bought my brother out. So it's just me and my wife now.
Wow. Well, that's an interesting start. That's a long time coming to where now you're running it.
It is.
Well, Grant, like, let me ask you. So, what's one decision you've made over the years, or actually, what's one decision you made really early on that it's really had an impact, maybe good or bad, on the store so far? Like, what's something that you decided early on that's made a big impact?
I can't think of any regrets or any. I mean, my decision. I wanted to be in the furniture store. I wanted to come back to the furniture business. That was my one decision. I wanted to come back. I always did. And I'm back. But as far as any particular thing that the light bulb came on, no, I'm just a furniture guy. But over the years, well, I've delved into other things. I mean, we run a white-tailed deer business. So I sell
Okay.
white-tailed deer as well as sofas. And that kind of works out pretty good. I can't tell you how many customers have come in and looking at my deer pictures or deer heads, and I'll take them out the ranch and just say, hey, let's go look at deer. Oh, whoa, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll sell them deer, and they
Heck
came
yeah.
in to look for furniture. But as far as one decision, I can't think of a thing.
Well, it sounds like you make a lot more personal relationship with customers if you're also selling deer and you have
Oh,
a lot
it's
of.
yeah. And my son's back with me. And he was like me. He always wanted to. And he didn't want to go to college. My son, and I said, "You got to go to college. You got to go to college." And he's like, "But I want to run." So anyway, he went to college for about 2.5 years and it just didn't work. So he said, okay, if you're not going to, he just came back. That's which is where he wanted to. And he's helped improve the business and keep it going because I'm
Nice.
on my last leg. I don't know how much longer I can do it. I'm 73, but I'm still involved.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of work running a store. I know
It is a
personally.
lot of work.
So, I mean, how many do you is it mainly you and your wife, your son? How many salespeople do you have? What's your team look like?
We've got 13 people. We had a high of 35 back in the day, but I mean we had clothing stores and we had mattress stores. We had a separate mattress gallery in another block around the square, and but we've got, let's see, we got 5 salespeople and 4 delivery guys and cleaning ladies. I think we got like 12, 13 people right now.
Well, so your 5 sales team and you have a sales manager as well? Is it kinda
That's okay. One of my regrets is I'm not the most organized person in the world. Everybody kind of, and a lot of my people that have been they've been with me since the 60s or late
wow,
70s, early 80s. My
wow,
main salespeople, Billy and Rosie, they've been with me since late.
that's amazing.
That's amazing, and so
I
they
mean,
know what to do. I mean, so Billy kind of supervises the appliances, and Rosie supervises the furniture, and we all work together.
how do you think without making so many different positions, giving people a title and that they've been with you longer term, do you think that's had an impact on the turnover?
And
How do
I
you feel like
could
you've kept them?
I have no idea. I mean, we've been doing this since me full time since 74. I mean, we've had, like these two have been with us forever. We've had other people that have been with us for 15 years and man, they're never leaving, maybe 20 years. And then all of a sudden they're leaving to go to another job and just like, what? Heartbreaking, part of the family and great employees and nothing. It's just one of those things. They made a decision, and but we don't do titles, and as far as, well, okay, Monday, the first Monday of the month, we have a team meeting, and everybody, what are our goals? Well, I don't do any of that. Never have. We
Interesting.
just, we just kind of by osmosis, we just kind of let it, let
Just
it flow
happen.
out there, and
So,
it works.
how does your sales floor work? I mean, do they take ups? Do your salespeople track their
No,
customers?
No. Well, everybody does it themselves. I mean, and like I say, my sister, she left her husband and they left. Yeah, they've got ups and just like, okay, Frank, you get the next customer. Okay, Bobby, you get the next customer. No, it just kind of works. And then if someone, maybe they'll split a commission or something. But as far as discussing how that's going to work and no. I mean, over
Interesting.
the years, talking about these ups and salespeople and how does it work? Well, we had a lady, Velma Pankey, and that's when we had like 5 people in the furniture. Now there's like 2 main ones in the part time. We had like 5 or 6 salespeople in the furniture store. And Velma, the other sales reps called her Jaws
Hmm.
because she got everyone that walked in the door. And
Oh,
she would get, say, Miss Smith would walk in the door and I'm looking for a sofa. Okay. And then Miss Jones would walk in the door. Well, Jaws would go get Miss Jones while she's working at Miss Smith. And we got 4 other salespeople over here doing nothing. But
hmm.
Jaws is getting 2 or 3. So
Yeah.
that's just things like that. And it's just,
Well, how
because,
did you deal with that?
well, it just worked out. I mean,
Did it?
it just worked out. I mean, and she was with us for, I'm going to say at least 5 years, maybe more. She retired from, I mean, when she started with us, she was in her 60s, mid 60s, retired from a clothing store. So she was used to retail and she was sweet. But it was just kind of, and we had talked to her in a nice way and so it just worked out. But that was
Yeah.
Jaws, and that was our employee, like Rosie. She's been with us since the 70s. Rosie's the one that I don't. Somebody named her Jaws, so that was a joke among her salespeople. That Jaws got another one.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, without an up system, with it being more casual, I mean, I'm sure it's nice for salespeople not to be constantly like their metrics to be constantly washed, but
Yeah, I don't watch any of them. Hey,
yeah.
okay, Frank, you need to up your sales. You're slacking off. No, I don't have a clue.
That's nice. That's a very low pressure environment for your workers and probably for your guests too. I'm sure customers are thankful for it too.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they'll come in and they want to talk to Rhodey, or they want to talk to Rachel, or they want to talk to whoever, Annette.
So you kind of got a good flow with who can work with who and
Yeah,
what everyone's
our
doing and
three key people, like Annette. I mean, just like, okay, there's a lady named Annette. She has been with us on and off for 15, 20 years, and then she quit. Her
mm,
husband moved away, so well, I'm going with my husband. And she didn't want to leave, but she's going with her husband. And then they moved back, and then when she did, she asked for her job back, and I said, "Well, we don't have a job in the furniture anymore. All our positions are taken, but we have a job in the office. Taking payments. Well, I'll take it." Well, so now she's learned both the office part, which is appliances, and furniture. So now she can do anything. She can do furniture
mm.
sales, appliance sales, and just so she's actually, that was a good thing that she can do both. And
So then you have someone that's kind of able to fill in the gaps and
yeah, if we
make it
sell
nice and
furniture,
easy.
if our furniture person's out, she can fill in both, and it's so we're good. We're not overstaffed by any means.
How often are you at are you personally at the shop? Do you work there day to day or are you kind of,
Well,
hands off?
I'm pretty much day to day, but I'm hands off as well. I mean, I just, my role is I put out fires, I let everybody run the store. I basically do not run it. The other people do, but if there's an issue, well, they come to me. So I'm there to put out fires and add stability to whatever and make sure everybody's doing their job. And then I'll go to the ranch and look at my deer.
Yeah, exactly. Work for a purpose, not because
Work
it's
for a purpose.
necessarily.
And my wife's there. She's been my bookkeeper for years, and she's letting her other people do the books as well. But again, we're there for stability, comfort, whatever, security blanket, whatever you want to call it. We're there.
Yeah.
The phrase, when the cat's away, the mice play. The two cats are there most of the time. If we want to leave, we'll just say, "Hey, we're out of here. Take care. If you need anything, call."
Yeah, do you
My phrase is, "Don't call unless the store is on fire."
yeah, right? I mean, do you have any plan on how to outsource maybe some management on top of you, and are you planning
Well,
on taking a step back
that's my
ever?
son. My son's my security blanket, so he will be
Nice.
taking over.
Nice. So what kind of metrics, if you do look at any, are you looking at any metrics that you're like, this is what I need to be hitting every month, or this is what I would consider to make my business healthy? I need to be hitting these numbers.
No,
Nope.
I'm not a number. Never have been. I mean, we just know, just like you people's talking about these numbers and this and this. Well, I can look at my bank account and I can tell if we're hitting our numbers.
Fair enough.
That's
I
that's my
mean,
that's my metric. That's just so. But as far as, yeah, we need to increase sales. We need to do this. I mean, no. If we get in the point where you got cash flow issues, if there's money's not coming in or whatever, and just, well, you just, okay, we're going to tighten our belts. So our thing is, just don't buy anything. We're not buying a thing. You know, no,
okay.
no one buys anything,
Hmm.
and that helps on the cash flow. But as far as this, I mean, that's one of my weak points, and always has been, is
Yeah.
advertising. How do you just advertising and get the word out? I mean, we've been there forever, so by osmosis, people know we're there.
I mean, you guys are on one of the busier roads in the town.
Yeah, Brady is our town is 5,500 in a county of 8,500. So we're a small. We do 70% of our business out of town. And Texas is a big state, so we'll go to Houston. Houston is like 5.5 hours from Brady. We'll go to San Antonio, 2.5 hours. We'll go to Austin, 2 hours. We'll
Hmm.
go to San Angelo, 1 hour. Brownwood, 1 hour. We'll go to Dallas, 4 hours, and don't charge for delivery.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but
Damn.
we've got 5 major highways going by our store.
Okay.
Brady is not bypassed by interstate or anything, so we have a lot of traffic going by our store. And I'll have people every day. I say every day. Occasionally, people, man, I've been driving by here for 15 years, and finally stopped. Or I've been driving by here for 20 years. Finally stopped. Can't believe he's got this furniture store here. So
Wow. I mean, so in terms of marketing, getting people foot in the doors, I mean, how do you have any consistent channel
no,
that's working?
no, we've done no, no. I mean, I've got, geez, I can't tell you. I mean, just I'm in a buying group. I'm brand source. There's nationwide. There's brand. I'm in the buying group brand source. I guess you've heard of brand source.
No, I actually haven't. No.
Okay, well, it's a buying group. You heard of nationwide?
I'm not really we personally aren't in a buying group right now. So
Okay, well, we're in a buying group. So
yeah.
you go to these shows and conferences twice a year, and then you'll get these marketing people. Oh man, I'm going to increase your web traffic, your foot traffic by 1,000%. All this stuff. So I've spent all kinds of money, and then you'll, oh, you're getting so many clicks. What a click is, I don't have a clue. Oh, you're doing great. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm spending a lot of money and my sales have not increased. You're talking about, do you know your parameters and stuff? Well, I just know it I've been doing it so long enough where I know if we're doing good or bad or whatever. I don't have to look at the computer. I know. So these clicks and all this stuff on the website, oh, you're doing great. Well, long story, that was a joke.
Yeah.
The only thing that we have a radio station that we advertise, it's just a generic ad,
Okay.
and it just keeps it out. We've had a TV spots in San Angelo, that's 90 miles away, and we've done that on and off for 10 years, And the last year we dropped it. I just don't think it's as effective as it was.
Mhm.
Of course, it hadn't helped, it hadn't hurt. So we don't do that. The only thing we do now is
So you sorry,
right,
just to interrupt. You were doing TV ads and radio ads and you
and
dropped
and we have a website that's
yeah. Well, and then you dropped the TV ads recently?
a year ago.
Were those commercial ads or were those part of streaming services?
No, it's commercial ad on TV.
Yeah.
Like Fox News and CBS. We had two of
Okay.
them, and at one time we'd have people come in and they say, I saw your ad, but that just kind of stopped because more and more people, it's just going, our foot traffic over the years has dwindled.
Okay.
Sales have gone down a little bit, but they're hanging in there. You have less foot traffic, but the people that do come in, they're generally going to buy.
Which is nice.
The thing, I still hadn't figured out the web, how it all works. Snapchat, Facebook, this and this. When we do a few Facebook ads, that seems to be pretty productive. We actually do mainly 2 sales a year. One's a recliner sale, a 2-for-1 recliner sale, and one's a warehouse sale. And when we do that, we advertise in our surrounding communities, the Mason, Eden, San Saba, Brownwood, and just in their newspapers. And it's back to being in the buying group. You talk about, they say newspapers dead and all this stuff. In the small towns, newspapers not dead. The
Yeah.
small towns, newspapers
Yeah, interesting.
but if you're in Dallas or Houston or Ohio or
Yeah.
the big cities, well, yeah, newspapers dead. But so when we do have our big sales, we do radio and newspaper, and
Yeah.
the radio in the surrounding communities, and it does well. It always has.
Wow.
Our sales have done
Newspaper.
well. But
Who would have thought?
other than that, we don't advertise. I mean,
Wow.
other than
So
we have a generic local radio station. Hey, Everidge, come by they have a good selection of sofas and washers and dryers, easy payment plan, yada, yada, yada. Nothing like, well, we have a $2.99 recliner. No, just a generic ad.
nice.
We want
But
your business ad.
Facebook, you've noticed the few times you've ran ads on there. You've noticed maybe some traffic from that?
Yeah, and the thing about Facebook is it's free. I mean, you can post pictures all day long, and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and it's free. So why not take advantage of your free stuff? But as far as having, who does that? That's me, and it's just like everybody wants to do it, but then when it comes down to doing it, okay, I want you to, just like say these ups on these salespeople. Well, who's the remaining people in the store that can do ads, set up ads and things like that, it's hard, or you'll get someone to
Hmm.
do that, and then they'll forget. They'll start on another project and they'll forget that, oh, that's my job. I'm supposed to be doing that. And it's just
Yeah.
so right now we're just kind of floating on that. It works, store's working.
Yep. I'm curious, the newspaper, I mean, because you're a smaller town and it's still relevant in that area and it's probably pretty underpriced attention
Yeah.
for what it's worth.
Yeah.
No one else is going out, I'm gonna advertise on the newspaper.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you do, it's probably pretty effective in your area.
But see, my towns, I mean, they're like 4 and 5 and 6,000 people
Yeah.
in these towns. So they read the newspaper. These 100,000, 500,000 towns, they don't read the newspaper. Or if you do an ad, it costs a fortune, and it doesn't pay. It doesn't compute.
Right. That's interesting. I mean, in terms of marketing, a lot of your marketing is really just it's a lot of referrals.
Well, yeah, it's you got this highway traffic that people have. I've driven by here for 15 years. Come in referrals, repeat customers, or Facebook. I have a personal Facebook page, and then Everidge Furniture has a business Facebook page, and I'll not all the time, but I'll post pictures.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to pay for ads on Facebook, like a page?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And it's like when we do our 2-for-1 recliner sale and we do our warehouse sale, yes, we do that. But other than that, no. I mean,
Yeah, personally at our store, we've done a lot of Facebook ads and seen a lot of success there too.
yeah. No,
They're good.
to me, Facebook is the most effective tool for us. I mean, as far as TikTok, I don't have a clue about TikTok. As far as Snapchat, that's younger people. I don't have a clue about that. But I do have a Snapchat account.
Yep.
Uh, but
Heck yeah.
but TikTok, man, I don't have a clue. I don't do that. Pinterest and what's the other? I can't
No.
even. There's another
Twitter,
Facebook
Twitter
knockoff.
X,
No, Twitter,
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have a clue. I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of these every platform speaks to a different audience, and it's surprising how much of the younger generation is using TikTok like you would use Google. I mean, they're
Yeah,
going on there and searching up how to do this, but they're not going on Google, they're going on TikTok. So it's crazy.
yeah. I'm smart enough to know I need to be there, but I'm not smart
Mhm.
enough to know how to do it.
Right.
So, but I'm lucky enough where it's not hadn't been relative, or I haven't had to learn.
Yeah, it's something that everyone probably should be doing, but there's a lot of marketing channels that can drive traffic into the store, and a lot of the times, I mean, the people that are buying furniture, they're at a certain point in their life, whether they just bought a house, maybe they just got a divorce, and it just depends on, what they're doing. They're not a kid looking on TikTok right now. But in 10 years, that kid's going to be an adult and will be on TikTok. So, looking forward into the future, it might be important. I mean, how has your marketing changed in the last like 20 years? You pretty much are kind of doing similar things.
I'm pretty much doing the same thing that I did 20 years ago.
Hmm.
It's newspaper, radio, and Facebook.
Nice. I mean, there's a lot of businesses built completely on word of mouth, and you obviously have exterior signage and all of that. I mean, if you've been around that long, it's
But the Google, the internet, or the web, the deep wide web, whatever, we've tried spending lots of money getting their name out on the web, and that's a money pit, boy. In my
oh
opinion,
my
that
god,
is a money pit.
oh, I believe you. It's you can spend unlimited money, and if you don't know where it's going, I mean, clicks on a website, who's clicking, and
Yeah.
for what click,
Oh,
what search got them to click?
back to these clicks. This one deal, and I was spending. For me, I was spending nearly 2,000 a month for these clicks. Oh, you're doing great. And said, you can even listen to your customers calling. I said, really? So yeah, so she gave me this number, and then I started listening. And one lady, is this Joe's pool hall? What? No, this is Everidge's Furniture. What? This isn't Joe. Okay. And then is this Frank's Plumbing? What?
Yep,
And then
yep,
then one finally was, yeah. When is my payment due? Well, they were already a customer of ours, and that
yeah,
was so. After these great clicks, well, I just quit that stuff. So I do Facebook and newspaper and radio. That's it.
nice. And you don't do any like online sales, e-commerce through your website?
Well, we've tried that. We've got, and get these, you pay on your website and all this stuff. And okay, well, invariably, if a customer gets on a website and buys this recliner or buys this sectional or buys this, guess what? We don't have it in stock. We're not Amazon. We don't have it in stock. So we have to, and they've already paid for it. So we either have to order it, give their money back, or switch them to some other product. So, and it never ever was a big thing for us. And we were in it heavy, this web sales and stuff. Again, we're not Amazon. I just still don't get how Amazon can do what they do.
It's crazy. The fulfillment side of furniture is a beast.
So but so far we're doing okay. Over the years, foot traffic's down, sales are a little down, but we're still, I need to say I'm concerned about our future just because, it's going to all web traffic, all purchases on the internet. But I find it hard to believe how you're going to buy a mattress online.
Mhm. Yeah.
You need to sit on that because the mattresses are all different, and
Yeah.
you this buying it online, and it happens all the time. And if a customer doesn't like it, pretty much they'll say just keep it, because it costs more to ship it back than, so it's but I don't know what the solution is, but it's, and a lot of this is just like going to Lowe's and Home Depot and appliance wise. Well, after a while, these customers get burned. They get burned on the internet. They get burned on buying these big box stores, and come to
Mhm.
find out they need a mom and pop furniture store to treat them right and take care of the problem.
So true, Grant.
But
It's so
it
true.
takes time, and you got to get that loyal customer. That the key is your customer. Treat them like a king and queen that they are. We survive on.
It's very true. I mean, it's so true in this day and age as well, with how everything is being bought online. Like, what is the unique selling point of a furniture store? And it's really, you can see it, feel it, touch it. You can sit on it, you can lay on it, and you just can't do that with buying it online.
Now there'll be a few customers that come in the store and shop, and you teach them all about it. You teach them the features this, features that, features this, features this. Then they go buy it online after you told them how it works and operates. But then
Tell
when
them
they
about
have a
it.
problem with it, they say, "Hey, can you fix my?" No, if you bought it here, I can fix it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you just as much as me. It happens every day, every week. It feels like someone's like, oh, you know what? I found it online. I just did it there. It was easier.
Yeah, yeah. No, it wasn't, but it's cheaper, maybe.
Yeah, it might be cheaper.
But then, okay, you put that sectional right there on your front porch. You got to move it in from your front porch inside. You're going to damage it. You're going to do this. The wires are going to be plugged in correctly. And, so it's over the years, people's learn it's sometimes easier to come in the furniture store and look at it.
Right. Exactly. And so as far as, and you've said in your store traffic, it's kind of gone down, but the people that are coming in, would you say that there's a higher percentage of them that are buying right now?
I would say yes, but as far as me having it on the computer program and this and that, how many people look and how many buy, I don't have a clue. But yeah, just the feel is that less people, but then uh, higher percentages of sales.
And so it makes it even more important nowadays to not just, when someone comes in for a sectional, that you don't just sell them just a sectional. I mean, it seems like, and maybe I'm wrong, but from what I've looked into your business, you have a lot of accessories, a lot of decor, rugs and lamps. And
I sell them a rug, sell them a lamp.
how important is it for you to build that average ticket size? And how is it important for your salespeople to get that commission too?
Well, the more money we sell, the more money they make, the more money we make. But it's easier said than done.
Oh
But
yeah.
we don't look at that. Well, why didn't you do a rug? Why didn't you do a lamp? I don't look at that stuff. I don't look at any of that stuff. And I'm just glad my salespeople are there. They're loyal and they're glad they're there for the most part. And, just like life, and life's not easy. Business isn't easy. You
That's
got
true.
problems, you got ups and downs,
Well, I bring it up because, I mean,
but it works.
if there's less customers and it's more important to grow that average ticket, I
Yes.
mean, and the customers that are coming in, the reason they're there, they really need to see it, feel it, and touch it. A lot of those customers are tend to be, especially nowadays, probably more than ever, have a harder time visualizing things in their space. And they might be easy, at least I'm putting this in theory, I feel like it's easier to sell these guests more of a whole room rather than just the one piece. I mean, have you noticed that over the years that it's anything's changed like that?
Yeah, but it's again, we don't push that. We don't push full tickets, add-ons, and that we never have. Do we sell whole rooms? And I mean, yeah, one customer come in and buy a $500 recliner. Next person will come in and buy $10,000 worth and buy two or three. It's just hard to figure out. And it's the same person sold the $500 recliner and the same person sold the $10,000 whole house. So it's just a feel that, you know, I cannot explain how we operate other than it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you guys give customer service first.
We do. I mean, that's one thing everybody knows is the customers in first, number one. And if we have a problem with the sofa, whatever, uh, or just, and it's not our fault, it's the customer's fault. You just got to grit your teeth and take care of them, even when they screwed it up.
Yeah.
That works. Just bite your tongue and okay, we'll take care of it. Well, the grandkids came and jumped on that recliner when it was reclined out and the foot broke and the mechanism broke. Well, they just don't break. But that's just part of it.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to tell their friends and their customers and their enemies and all that good stuff. So it just so we, and that doesn't happen that often, but it does. Customer service is the key. All this other stuff, you don't have good customer service and good rapport with the customers, you're toast.
Oh yeah. I mean, the negative reviews they spread like wildfire. People love sharing the negative stuff in life. Yeah. So how do you guys give great customer service? I mean, a lot of customer service comes from not just the sales, but the fulfillment of everything. What's your delivery team kind of look like? How many people are out on the road? What do you guys use for deliveries?
Well, we've got a box van and a pickup truck, and we got three delivery people and one warehouse guy, and the warehouse guy is deliveries occasionally. It just same way with their salespeople. Customer comes first.
Yep. And do you guys, as far as your deliveries, you just mentioned earlier that you guys would deliver farther out, like a few hours
Like
out.
like 5 hours away. Yeah.
Do you guys charge for
No,
delivery for 5 hours?
no.
Wow. So how do you,
Well, we got a sale.
yep.
We never have charged, and like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and everybody. I mean, you go to these sales conferences or these brand source conventions, and you get in a room with 200 furniture stores. Oh, you got to charge $200 for delivery. You got to charge this to install. You got to charge this. We don't.
Right.
And then you go back to the next conference. These guys that are telling me to charge, they're not there anymore. What? Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, just like how does
They're not there
Amazon
anymore.
do it? How does Amazon? Well, if you look at it, we don't charge for delivering. You know, you're paying your sales delivery guys if they're sitting in Brady, Texas, or if they're on the road going to Houston, Texas, 5 hours away. The only
Mhm.
thing you're paying for is gas. That's all because you're not paying your employees anymore because you'd be paying them the same if they're sitting in Brady, Texas, or if you go to San Antonio 2.5 hours away. You're not. So what's a little gas? For a $1,500 sale, $2,000 sale. You're gonna lose it. Oh, I got to charge you $300. Well, no, just I'll deliver it, and it's going to cost you about $40 in gas to deliver $2,000 worth of merchandise. I'll pay that $40 in gas, $50 in gas.
Fair enough.
So we don't charge for delivery,
That's a unique
and
selling point right there.
everybody tells me I'm crazy. Well, I'm still in business.
That's a very unique selling point right there. I mean, if you put that on Facebook on an ad, people
Well,
love that stuff.
you go to our website, it'll say we deliver anywhere in Texas
Wow, wow. And you've been has that been a forever thing, or is that something
for
that you
everything,
implemented?
for
Forever.
everything.
Wow.
And forever, I go to these shows forever, and everybody tells me you got to charge for delivery. You're going to go broke if you don't. You got to charge for delivery. Well, I'm still in business, and a lot of those other guys that telling me I'm supposed to charge are not in business anymore.
Yep. Yep. It's crazy. It's interesting how it works. I mean, I know for us, we charge a good amount for deliveries. We prefer not to do them. Most of our customers actually pick their furniture up, but we're also a little bit of a different branding with how we do things.
Everybody does things, and for the most part, it works. This is our
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
We charge for delivery.
That's pretty cool. I mean, and it's the thing is when you can say I deliver for 5 hours away for delivery for free, like that's a big statement right there.
That's a big step.
Like I will furnish your home
Now,
anywhere
now,
in
now,
Texas.
let me kind of give you a little up on, let's say, Houston, which is 5 hours away.
Mhm.
They come in there and they buy say, $400 recliner. $400 recliner. And they'll say, we'll deliver that free when we're heading that way. Well, Houston's 5 hours. We might not be heading that way for 6 months. And
Well,
then they'll say, well, so we might actually charge that customer and say, we're going to deliver this for free, but hey, we'll for $50, we can take it now. We can take it this week.
mhm.
That's a one thing caveat. If they buy a small amount, it's hard for us to deliver to Houston, you know.
Yeah. That's a good way of at least of putting
Yeah.
something in there to because I
Yeah.
people could take advantage and people will
I,
with furniture.
I want that picture delivered. Well, no,
Right.
So so you can kind of stretch that a little bit. For the most part, we deliver anywhere.
Yeah. Anything else that you guys do different than what most stores do like that?
Well, we carry our own paper. Yeah, we always have. So if you come in and you buy a sofa, pay $100 down, $50 a month, we finance it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we've done that forever. And sometimes that's good. We seem like we don't have the repossessions like we used to. More and more, just for whatever reason, I don't know why. A lot of people now pay credit card, and they'll pay, they pay us or pay the credit card. We're cheaper than credit cards,
Yeah.
but anyway, we carry on paper.
Yeah, what kind of finance? I mean, you guys do financing fully in-house? Do you have any other vendors that you use?
No, I hadn't quite. I mean, you can go Wells Fargo, you can go. There's all kinds of to carry your paper. We carry our own paper. We are Wells Fargo.
Nice.
Evridge's Furniture.
What have you
I'll give you talk about your kind of the ugly part about a furniture store or whatever, just like financing, payments.
Mhm.
Now, if you bought a sofa from me, or I'll get example, chest freezer. You bought a chest freezer from me. Quit paying. Okay, I got to go by and get it, knock on the door. Hey, you need to pay $35, $50. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And there's this one, I was in high school. No, yeah, no, I was in high school. And when I graduated high school, I'm 5'11. I weighed 135 pounds when I graduated high school. Mason, Texas, 30 miles away. Went to this guy's house. Hey, Mr. Smith, well, that's not his name, but Mr. Smith, I need to pick up this freezer that you're not paying. I'm going to kill your daddy. He said, what?
Oh my gosh.
This is back for before cell phones. So this is in Mason. Said, I'm gonna kill you, daddy. He said, so he got in his car and took off running, took off in his big Buick and just peeled out. So I drove to the payphone, said, Dad, he said he's coming to kill you. And then he said, well, is he there now? I said, no. He said, well, go get the freezer. Oh, okay. So we went and picked up the freezer that hadn't paid for. And then, of course, we come back and the guy did come to the store. Daddy said, no problem. But that's just the furniture business
That's the furniture business.
stuff you do, that you don't think, think everything's cool. And yeah, business is business, and you got to collect. If you don't collect, if you don't make them pay, if they don't pay, they'll never come back because they know they owe you money. If you will repossess from can't tell you how many over the years we've repossessed from people, taking their washer, their sofa, their whatever.
Mhm.
But a year, 2, 3 years later, they'll come back and said, "Hey, I know I had problems, but will you sell me again?" I said, "Sure, we'll sell you again."
Yeah. Wow,
So
really?
that's just part of it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
The furniture industry is crazy, and then that's a testament right there. I mean, I'm gonna kill your daddy, like, wow.
yeah,
And then you go in and you take the freezer, like,
yeah.
good job right there. That's the way to do it. Okay, Grant. Well, hey, you know what? Before we end the podcast, I have a couple more questions, specifically one that I want to maybe end off with, depending on how you answer this. But I'm interested. If you had to open up a completely new store today or tomorrow, what would you do differently? Like what would you even open? Would you open just a furniture store? Would you open up just appliances? Would you do the same thing you're doing?
I would do the same thing that I'm appliances are a headache.
Okay.
They're a headache. They're service wise, their profit margin's not there, but that's a draw. If I was doing it, like I say, when we did started in the appliance business. But if I was starting today, I would do everything. I would do furniture and appliances. And you got to do it. You get a big vendor, uh, that sells everything. If you buy from Lazy Boy, Ashley, Best, England, on and on and on, you're not important to. If starting over, I would get less vendors and but a semi wide variety, because if you got a bunch of vendors and if you have a problem, just like a customer needs help from us, well, we need help from a vendor, but we're just buying two or three items from this vendor. They're not going to be helpful. They're not going to want to help us, but if we're buying 200 items for that vendor, they're going to
Yeah,
help us.
that's true.
So I'd furniture first, appliances second, and buy from less vendors. So you're more important to the vendors.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys do you have a vendor that you're doing most of your business through, like Ashley or Best?
Oh, she's probably number one. Lazy Boy is good. Geez, the Leather Atelier,
Mhm.
Southern Motion, on and on and on and on. There's a jillion of them out there.
Oh, yeah.
But Ashley's the key. Ashley's the best for the money out there. They're good marketers. They have good product. They have good service. If you're starting out, if you're not selling Ashley furniture and you're in the furniture business, you're messing up because they're the
Okay.
best.
Nice.
If you don't have Ashley furniture and you're in the furniture business, you're screwing up.
That's a statement right there, everyone. Ashley Furniture is the way to go, at least to start.
Yep.
Well, they have
That's
everything. A
that
bedroom, dining, mattresses, everything,
everything.
accessories. Like, and it's great customer service for the
And
what
they're
it's worth.
priced well, and for the money, they're made pretty good. It could be made better, but hey, look at
Yeah.
the price.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people are going to buy because most people are going to buy it in the middle range, and that's what they are. Okay, okay. Well, that's an answer right there for what you would do differently. I mean, do you have any advice for future furniture retailers or for smaller retailers or for anyone who's trying to grow right now who's maybe stuck at their current level?
That's hard. Because I still don't know what I'm doing. I've been doing it since the 70s, and and I say I don't, I do, but as far as everybody's different, everybody has, you go with your personality. You treat your customer. If you don't like what you're doing, don't do it. And if you're selling a product that you don't like or you're not sure of, it's not. You got to sell something that you like. And just kind of stop there. You need to go to other furniture stores.
Mm,
First thing, if you're thinking about, or even if you're in the furniture store, you just get out of the store and go to the town next to you. Go to their furniture store, walk to it, go next week, go to another furniture store, next week, go to another furniture store, and just see how they do it. And you'll be amazed when you go in these furniture stores, and I'm going to say 85% will not even talk to you. You go in the furniture store, you walk around, and you can spend 20 minutes in there looking around, and their sales staff will maybe look at you, and they might even wave at you, but they won't come up and say, "Hey, can I help you?" Or and then this deal, "Can I help you?" That you never want to say, "Can I help you?" Because they'll all you do is say, "I'm just looking. Can I help you?" But I'm just looking. So you come up and you said, "Hey, I like your car that you drove up in. How do you like your car?" Or, "Man, that's a good looking suit you got on." Or, "Man, just cool shoes. Your child's beautiful," whatever. But can I
mhm.
help you? No, don't ask, can I help you? But
Yeah,
you go to these furniture stores and learn what your competition is, learn what they're doing, and then you'll see, well, they're selling this and we're not. Well, why. Are they doing good with that? That's my advice: is go to other furniture stores, see what your competition's doing.
Yeah, see what I mean, shopping competitors is huge. I mean, you can ask them all the questions, see what their whole store is about.
See, that's one nice thing about a buying group is that you got other stores and you can ask them what kind of computer system, what kind of software do you use, what's your best selling recliner, what's your best selling mattress,
Right.
washer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
Well,
don't be afraid to make a mistake. Most people don't want to make a decision because they're afraid they'll screw up. Make a mistake, make a decision, even if it's a bad one. Make a mistake, and then I guarantee you, when you make a mistake, you will remember that mistake. If you do a lot of good things and they're successful, you really don't remember what you did other than it was successful. But when you screw up, you remember that.
oh my gosh, yeah.
So don't be afraid to make a mistake.
That's good advice there, Grant. Well, hey, Grant, it was great having you on the podcast. This has been a great first podcast for the furniture store owners, and I'm sure everyone that listens or is going to listen is going to learn a lot. So definitely thank you. Thank you for being on.
Hey, it's a pleasure. I enjoyed it. Do it again. Come back.
Heck yeah. Well, we're gonna have another one someday, Grant.